all that bullshit about like
So, I'm here, kinda, somewhat, not really, but yeah. Hey, what up, Wonder Wizard, redeeming the first. Am I feeling any better? Yes and no. Like, pain-wise, not really in pain. But, I think since my body's so used to, having a large dosage of sugar and all that shit, that, it's very difficult for me to get up and move around and really do much of anything. I did also slightly lower my mic volume because I was watching a replay when I was laying down, and a little bit on the loud side. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Hopefully this will resolve it. We'll take it from there. Oh, it might be good if I actually start the game, right? What have I been doing? What have I been doing? I've been starting to get some food ready is what I've been doing, actually. Hey, Sam. How you doing, my friend? How you doing? Nightbot is cynic over the worst yet. Hey there, it's Nightbot here. I'm an expert in Dead by Daylight knowledge, and I love to make jokes and be silly. I don't think Cynic is over the worst yet, but Shadowless Cynic, the streamer of the Shadowless Syndicate, doing a great job of keeping the flowing. Well, at least Nightbot knows I'm not going to be over the worst yet. I don't know. I don't know where I'm at in it, but yeah. And I'm not really doing a good job keeping coins flowing because I haven't been streaming. I have not been streaming, and I do very much apologize for that. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stream today, tonight, this, but we'll find out. Oof. Huge of me. And actually, I've been thinking. Granted, I haven't really been playing Dead by Daylight. It's been a bit. It's been a bit. As long as you're living. Depends on your definition of living. Depends. Anyway. Ooh, no hag, no thank you. Still gotta do the doctor. But that doesn't show exactly how long I haven't played. Yeah. Boom, killer has 100%. I don't know if I have enough energy to play killer, in all honesty. I don't know. Maybe? Let's start off with the game of Survivor. I'm just starting it off. Come on down, Nicolas Cage. What do I gotta do? Yeah, I gotta get one more unbroken emblem. There's one more. Uno más. Uno más. No killer. Well, I love playing killer more than I do survivor. Most definitely. It takes more energy. So maybe later. There's even another game that I got for free recently that I've been wanting to try out, and maybe I might end up switching over to that. Who knows? Hopefully it won't take too long to get a queue. Otherwise I may just play killer. What's the name? Actually, I cannot remember. I cannot remember the name of it. But kind of, you know what? Let's play some killer. It reminded me of kind of like a Dark Souls, but yet Darksiders. That's the game I think of. At least that's what all the previews and everything kind of showed me. Yeah. Bam. Oh, you know what? I didn't even post, didn't do nothing to show that I'm streaming. Oh well. Pretty much everyone is probably asleep anyway. I think it said I have one for it on the work, don't I? Yeah, for tax table. And we won't do anything crazy. We're probably gonna get our butts kicked, which is fine. I don't mind. I'm just completely. Ooh, I didn't pick a challenge. I don't think I have really much of any left that I can do. Not using no yet. That was the All Survivor was. Oh. I'm sorry again. I'm just completely out of it. But because I can, for the most part, force myself, I gotta get up and I gotta move. If it doesn't go into the bathroom or getting food, I have not been getting up. My body just don't wanna cooperate. I think I may have skipped something. See if we can get a Huntress. Why not? Let's do a Huntress. After this, let's do Xeno first. It's gonna be our warm-up match. Should I get Xeno way out? Okay. Okay, let it go. Wasting too much time. Oh, goody. 2 flashlight, 2 toolboxes. Well, they all Swift because they're all Steam players. So that messy, I'm stalking. Computer's taking forever to load it, but I'm stalking. One, two. No, I don't want to go up against a full No, thank you. No, thank you. Give me something not sweaty, please. I'm going in with no add-ons, no offering, no nothing. Scheiße. Oh, my food be ready. I'm gonna go grab it while it's loading. It might be good if I would've. No. I'm being so picky right now. I'm being a coward. No. Normally I'm not picky. As long as they don't got a vac ban, I don't care. But I'm just so out of it. I don't like. If the queue didn't take too long, I would just, you know, play a survivor match. Right now, I'm just being a big old baby. Oops, sorry. No, I've done it too many times. Let's just go. Let's just go. How's physical been? Like I said, I haven't really been in pain or nothing like that. Just so completely out of it, physically, mentally, emotionally. I've already been emotionally exhausted for quite some time, but let's just get this torture over with. I may just end up switching over to the other game. I can't remember the name of it though. Sorry, I'm eating. Yeah, I can tell you out of ut. Out of ut? What's out of ut? Out of it? Oh yeah, that is definitely an understatement. Definitely an understatement. But I gotta force myself, you know. Hoping my body will finally regulate itself. Sanctum of Wrath. I'm giddy. Might be good if I turn it up. There we go. having the turrets. Nothing. Quick and quiet. Ah, damn jerky hand. Of course, it's the obsession. Yeah, don't read it that far, damn it. Well, no one brought a flashlight. Doesn't mean they don't have a flashbang. I saw you. Get off of that. Mr. Clammy Yammy. Ooh, that was a close one. Yeah, I am more than out of it. More than out of it. There's gonna be another turret right back up here now. No? Surprising. Megon. Quick and quiet with live. She ain't even struggling. Check back up on top. Oh, hi. Where you going, friend? You gonna do the dance? Okay. Surprised it's actually going as well as it is, considering how bad of a player that I've been. Check the middle. Get back here! They both ran for it. Okay. I saw you ducking around here. Oh, I'm surprised. Someone was around here. What, did they go AFK? Seems that way. Yep. Well, Meg. You're nothing but a bitch. Where'd you go? Ran back this way. Oh, good shit. Ah, somebody does have a flashlight. I do not appreciate that very much. Gonna go back and doing the same shit, huh? I want to say, I know I heard him. Yay. A booner? No to your bones! I want my Mori. Yeah, something making shit go real fucking slow. My frames are around 40. Am I lagging right now? Let me look, let me look. I haven't dropped any frames. Oh man. there anything for... No. I just want my Mori. I gotta find the hat. Come on, spawn right here. Of course. Give me hatch, give me hatch, give me hatch, give me hatch. There we go. Bam! Weird, now my frames seem to have gone back up to 60. Mori time. Yeah, and we got the challenge. We got the challenge done. That was the goal. Meg. Why you gotta rage quit and fuck over your team? Don't do that. Don't do that. Alright, let's try this maybe again. You know what? Maybe let's try that new game. It is on Epic. That's where I got it for free. Go ahead, bam. Computer. That. Bam. Alright, so I'm trying something new. Trying something new. Which is supposed to be good, right? It's supposed to be good. Well, get to try things new. I don't know how the game is. In all honesty, I can't even remember the name of it. It just looked interesting. Had decent reviews. You can't complain with free, right? I appreciate you being patient, though. And a library. Solstice is the name of it. solstice. So let me
Rated.
let me see here. Is there a... I don't know. Go back to this, because this is where I have. Is it going to allow me? No, it's not picking it up. There we go.
M for mature.
The echo of the dead is just too strong. I can hear their cries, sister. All the lost souls.
Once the light of the kingdom, now it burns.
Let me help you before it's too late.
Now it's my turn.
But while the mortal body must perish, that which is immortal is bound to be reborn.
Okay. Well, might be good if I put on some music again. Back. Yes. Let me check. I'm 99% sure this is not a banned game. Nope, there's very few. So we should be good. Should be good. Okay. There we go. Shabam. Now I don't even know how well it's gonna work I launched it just to make sure that, you know, it was operational. That's about it. That is about it. Let me see if it's going to capture it. If it even wants to. There we go. Yep. It's capturing. Okay. Let me double check everything. Audio. Raise it just a little bit. Is there subtitles? Good. Okay. New game. So we got human focus on the story and enjoy a mild combat experience. Initiate play Solstice facing a reasonable challenge, or Knights face arduous battles that will put your skill to the test. I think let's go initiative. Okay, field, dodge, move, weapon, camera, primary attack, secondary attack. I'm gonna forget this so quickly.
In the beginning, the world was subjugated by chaos. Then, the Keepers came to be Torchbearer, Shaper, and Judge.
You know, I'm gonna do something while it's playing. Oh, it pauses? Okay. I'm gonna do something so that way y'all can see. Overlays. Edit. And save. See how long it's gonna take for it to be able to update, if at all. Cool. Cool. Alright.
Three fought the spawn of chaos, and ultimately, they prevailed. Chaos could be banished, but it could not be destroyed. So the Keepers weaved a veil with their own essence and stood guard. The world was now safe, but it was also empty and meaningless. Thus, the Keepers reached beyond the veil. They seized the power of chaos itself. They gave it shape and purpose. They created life, and man was their most perfect creation. But all life would eventually hear the call from beyond the veil. it happened that, alongside life, death also came to the world. The great cycle was set in motion. Yet chaos hungered for more, and sought to undo the Keeper's creation. The spawn of chaos struck, wounding the Keepers and tearing the veil.
Turn it up,
Endless
please.
droves of
You got it. You got it.
horrors trespassed into the world.
There you go.
And so came the solstice of souls. Hurt and weak, the Keepers charged man with defending the world. They inspired man to fight fire with fire, ferocity with ferocity. Driven by the infinite wisdom of the Keepers, man turned the very power of chaos against it. Through sacrifice and resolve, a breed of sacred warriors was created. 3 were wounds in the essence of the Keepers. 3 the mighty battles fought and won by the champions of man. 3 the sacred cities that were built in those hallowed places. Eventually, the solstice of souls was put to an end. The 3 cities still stand to this day for the glory of the Keepers, while the memory of the sacred warriors has been lost to time. But while the mortal body must perish, that which is immortal is bound to be reborn.
Okay.
We're inside at last.
Don't be too enthusiastic. Someone here is more than eager to welcome us.
It began here somehow. What could unleash such immense power?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to
If we
change the
survive,
settings. I'm gonna have to change the settings. Graphics. Balance? Performance? See if that makes any change.
we might find some answers. Now let's focus on destroying these things.
Nah, still don't seem right. Don't seem right. I'm sorry for doing this mid. See if that does it. Ooh, but now it looks like crap. Maybe, yeah, turning that off, maybe. Damn it. Damn it, belly. I hate having a horrible computer. That's how I wish I could have it look right there. Man. Maybe if I bring that down. Still getting that lag.
I actually think that we may turn the situation to our advantage.
What do you mean?
You'll find out shortly.
Damn. I don't know what that is. How do I switch to a bow? Now I got a gun. Now I got cannons. Are we in it now?
Can you feel it now?
It's all far now. But it is better soon.
Stop it! Stop it! My computer's really that bad, huh? But I don't want to use that stuff. We just gonna go back to DbD?
Let's make the most of this time. Now we get rid of these other creatures. When it returns, it shall have our undivided attention.
That's a little better. Ooh, I like that.
Are you alright?
Don't worry. I can handle this and more.
It just won't give up.
I'd be disappointed if it did. Now it's our turn.
Interesting intro. Okay, race 6 block on. Weapon up, weapon left, weapon right. Loot action. Okay. Not exactly the kind of tutorial I would like, but
The Order set a small tear. Not like the world's veil ripped apart. Look, there, above the cathedral.
Ilden, one of the 3 capitals. The seat of the torchbearer.
Once the light of the kingdom. Now it burns.
I can't do this. It's too much. I can't even fathom why the Order sent us here with the other chimeras. I'm not ready. We are not ready.
To them, we are just Briar and Loot. The outcasts. I say this is our chance to prove ourselves. We can't waste it. Anyway, we're late. Can you sense the others?
Can I? Oh, okay.
The echo of the dead is just too strong. It dulls my senses.
Loot, you need to focus.
Forgive me. I will do better. Whatever ripped open the veil must be powerful.
Let's look for our observer.
He should be able to tell us more of what transpired here.
Then you best find him quickly.
If we had to. I gotta. Those shadows are gonna drive me crazy. Hopefully, I gotta try it. Everything else. That's a little bit better. Okay, we can still attack. Break anything. Left, right. Okay, we only have up.
The touch of chaos always leaves traces.
Can't break
Taking
it.
the weakest first, turning them on the strong. It is needlessly cruel.
I know all too well how chaos corrupts and kills.
I'm sorry, sister. I didn't mean...
We have more important tasks
some
than
object
mourning
to be
those we
broken.
can't save.
We were safe. Do not forget.
Crimson tear residue. Red chaotic residue from a tear is in the shape of dust, shard, or crystal. Enhances the capabilities of an Asher Knight. Collect and spend them to increase Briar's ability. Okay. I will try to remember. Need to jump. I got that already.
These docks spread for miles along the bay. They once teemed with life. And now,
It's like the city has been dead for years. Ilden is no more, Loot. We'd better get used to the idea.
Double jump. Yep. I am aware of a double jump. Can I get up there somehow? No. I don't think. Probably I can go back this way and break all these. Give me all the good. All the good stuff.
The suffering, the death, that still lingers here.
Ashes of a fallen chimera. In the darkest hour, a chimera can find inspiration in this memento of those who came before. If you've been defeated, use this item to get back into the fray.
Will
Okay.
I ever be able to silence them in my mind?
Right now, I think we have to go this way. Double jump. Oh! That camera is fucking weird.
We are not alone.
Wow, those textures.
These broken. They were just people once before they became corrupted.
Call this the judge's mercy, then. One down.
Counter type slow. Loot is able to defend Briar from most enemy attacks. If you see a target above, press B to react incoming. Okay. The most basic counter the loot can perform is a slow counter. This slows them. Okay. Timing is critical. Your reflex influence an outcome of loot defense action. If your reaction is too slow, you will miss a counter opportunity and Briar will be exposed to the attack. If your reaction is quick enough, you can perform a perfect counter. Be careful not to press B when no enemies attacking you, or a loot will be distracted when you need her the most.
Let's keep them up.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of also like Devil May Cry. And I gotta. This is driving me crazy. My thumb's starting to kill me. Using controllers have a tendency to really affect my thumb. Try it anyway. Wow, that makes everything kind of off. Yeah, look, whoa! That makes things look really weird. I don't even know if I can really play this like this. Only one way to find out though, right? Put it on medium. Okay. Break these? No? I didn't get nothing from them. What the hell? Even though that's platform, I can't get up.
You
Gotcha.
will miss it when it's gone.
Seeming very linear. Press X to land a heavy blow. Yeah, I got that. Rotate camera. That's what I've been kind of doing. Right trigger. Gotcha. Not right trigger, that. Nope, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is hopefully going to be the sweet spot right here. Counter-type barrier. Most melee attacks can be countered by a barrier. A barrier counter blocks one close range attack from a low-class enemy right before Briar is hit. Over the course of her journey, the loot will become able to block attacks from stronger enemies as well.
There's more. I'm not done yet.
Damn it. Nope. That was not the sweet spot. That's probably it. Maybe I should go back to playing DbD, is that right? Oh, I do not like that camera, how that does that. You okay there, buddy?
They're drawn to us like moths to the flame.
They can't resist the lure of light, even though it comes from us.
Anything over here? Negative. I really don't like this camera. I don't like it. I don't like it. This does make me want to reinstall Darksiders though.
Sister,
What was that?
I felt the tear itself. It's growing.
The Observer. The sooner we get to him, the better.
I do not like this camera. Damn it, didn't want to go this way if this was... Hopefully I can go back and double check everything. Most range attacks can be countered by a deflection counter. Deflection counter diverts projectiles thrown by a low-class enemy before Briar is hit. In the course of her journey, Loot will learn how to divert range attacks from stronger enemies as well. So she just automatically does it.
Look, over there.
I'm ready.
Who's next?
I will protect you, sister.
You want more? I've got more.
I'm not feeling this. Go back, make sure everything. Okay. I'm gonna give it a little bit longer. Bloody camera.
That sound. I can't stand it.
It must be him.
Now what's this? Challenge the Void. On your journey you will come across some special portals. Interact with them to face a special challenge, a secret challenge, that takes place in a special arena. Do your best to beat it to get a reward. Once unlocked, the void challenges can be replayed from the main menu at any time. Okay. I'm gonna break everything around first. That camera's gonna make me sick. Slay all enemies.
Loot.
Touch of chaos.
What is this place?
I don't know. It seems like we crossed the veil this time.
Then we must find a way to go back. Who's next?
We're not backing down.
I mean, they got the combat decent. What is it? A malformed husk fragment. A small piece of a husk of a possessed. Of the husk of a possessed. Yeah. In large amounts, it can increase the Ashen Knight's maximum health. Collect 3 of them to obtain a sturdy husk chunk. Okay. Still not feeling the game though. Emerald tear dust. Green chaotic residue from the tear. Not tear, tear. Pulverized to dust. Upon use, it restores a small part of the Ashen Knight's health. You can obtain it occasionally by defeating enemies. Got it. His legion.
While all life must perish, that which is immortal is bound to be reborn. But the Shaper had no hand in your creation. Did he, sweet sisters?
You're our observer?
I am Leighton. I am here to assist you.
How exactly?
I have to click every single time, by the way.
An observer's talents won't be of much help in this fight.
Oh, I fight for the Order of the Ashen Blade in my own way. My presence here is proof enough of my worth. You, on the other hand, are said to be unstable, unruly, and unwilling to follow orders.
Our fame precedes us.
Why do you taunt us?
Your shade is speaking. And to me, how quaint.
Somehow, your authority as an observer is not enough to silence her. What happened here?
A tear opened, clearly. Its cause is unknown. But it's the largest yet seen, and, I do believe, getting larger still.
I doubt the Order will be able to hide this one from the masses.
And once it was open,
Many were corrupted, others were possessed. They saw to the rest.
The Order did not foresee it this time.
That is why you were called. You and your 2 comrades.
3 chimeras. At least the Ashen Blade is sparing no effort now.
Well, 2 chimeras. And you.
So caustic. Where are the others?
Strangely, those 2 did not wish to wait for you. You should hurry. Find them and help them. If you can. Don't scowl at me. I can offer powerful assistance, if you do well.
Then let us pray you remain safe.
Indeed. May the torchbearer light your way.
may the judge show you mercy.
And may the Shaper grant you fortune in this life. If that's what you can call it. The freight elevators will take you where you need to go.
Good.
Perhaps you will prove us all wrong. I will be watching.
Oh, you are a watcher, aren't you? Leighton Shop. Okay. On the screen you can buy useful items. Hold X to acquire a tear. Press right button to exit skill page. Pressing left. Now you can enhance Briar's abilities. Here you can acquire new combos and skills to each unlocked weapon. Press A to view the upgrades available for the Ashen Vindicator. Hold X to acquire Ferocious Assault. I don't have enough of that. So now I have a crossbow. Maybe? No, that's not a crossbow. I can't do anything. Okay, so you can probably do something with loot at a later point. Gotcha.
You make fun of us. But what do you even know about our kind?
That the Order forges the chimeras, much like your big sword. Let us hope you're not brittle or blunt.
We're not weapons. We're people.
I find that argument quite hard to sustain in your current predicament. Anyway, each chimera is born of the union of 2 different souls, and each one develops their own abilities in a most peculiar way. I am truly eager to find out what the 2 of you can do.
Okay.
is your first time with us as our observer.
Indeed. I must have committed some horrible sin to deserve it. Oh, don't be so touchy. You'd better get used to my witty remarks anyway. Just as I'll have to accept that I'm stuck here with you.
To everyone their penance.
So we have the grumpy, the witty, and the wise. A well-assorted team indeed. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
If you say so. We've dealt with other tears before, but none as massive as this.
Definitely not the doing of a few rampaging wraiths.
They're always ripping and gnawing at the veil from the other side. Relentlessly.
Indeed. But something else must have happened here. We must find out what it was.
Layton, tell us the truth. How can you survive the dangers of this city?
Oh, I rely on my gunning first and foremost. But I also have this pendant. It emits a sound that hides my aura from those that would prey upon it.
I can hear it, and I can't stand it.
I can hear your jingling as well, in spite of my corrupted blood.
I am so glad to hear it. It means that I have nothing to fear from the two of you. For the time being, at least.
Okay then.
Judge's wisdom, dear sisters.
Okay, that weed out. That weed out. Which way do I go? This is the way I came in. Nope. I hate this camera. Interaction. When you find a lever, you can press A and interact with it to activate mechanisms and all that good stuff. What you posing for? Right. Well, okay, is that that combo?
Cover me, Loot. You want more? I've got more.
We're not backing down.
There's more.
I'm ready, sister.
I don't like that. After every combat, it does that. Yay! Thing. Okay, we can just fall down.
I fantasized about visiting Ilden as a child.
One should always be wary of what they wish for.
Superman! Ignore me.
The freight elevators. Someone blocked them.
But that would stop the people escaping.
Exactly. They left on their precious ships and left the rest to die. That way, they'd made sure they'd escape.
So cruel. Letting others die so they could live.
And yet they all died anyway. Cowards.
I hate the camera. Can you please? I don't know if it's my body, my irritation, or what, but I'm already wanting to lay down. Feeling I should be going that way, so let's go back. Emerald Tear Crystal. Green chaotic residue from a tear. Its crystallized form upon use it restores a significant amount. Okay.
The destruction caused by the wraiths here. It reminds me of home.
Like now I have to be slow with my attacks, otherwise I go into this combo with
my guard down.
I will take care of it.
I'm not done yet. I'm just There's more.
I'm ready, sister.
Who's next?
Shame I'm not feeling this game so far. Seems like they put some good effort into it.
Here, we can go this way to the bridge.
It works.
this camera. Just stop. Oh, another achievement. Platinum. Total time bronze. Yeah, that's about right. So after every chapter, you can also go to the shop. Okay. So I have to go back to the shop to do it. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to end it here. Because, I'm really not feeling this game whatsoever. Oh, we got extras. Okay, unless we can go do the challenges, I'll take. What is the minefield? Because I saw the challenges right above that, actually. Oh. Special training where you can experiment and practice. Gotcha. I like it though. Smack. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna go lay down because my body's telling me that, that's what I gotta do. I do apologize. It's a short stream. Most of it was me trying to figure things out when it comes to the game. I may end up reinstalling Darksiders and playing that. I did very much enjoy Darksiders. So yeah. Alright, y'all. Anyone who's lurking in the background or comes across this video at a later point, I appreciate you being here. I do hope you enjoyed. Please remember to take care of yourselves. And, refresh maybe? Is that gonna work? There we go. Okay, so I can just refresh and that'll fix it. Good to know. Alright, take care of y'all. Have a good one. And hope to catch you around next time. Peace out.